years ago, this YouTuber by the name Stampy posted a video of himself somehow driving a working submarine in vanilla Minecraft.
Look, the submarine's moving.
It blew everyone's mind, but he did later show it was just edited. It sadly wasn't real, but my younger self watching thought it was so cool. And honestly, now that Minecraft has added a bunch of redstone materials since then, today I want to see if it's now possible to build an actual working submarine in my Minecraft world. Yep, making it massive, having everything a real life submarine has, like a kitchen, bed, farm, storage, missiles, literally everything, so I can travel the ocean in luxury. So let's grab some rockets and fly to the nearest ocean. Building it here is perfect since a few of my farms are way across on the other side. I always travel back and forth. And for the first step, let's build the outline of the massive submarine. Yeah! Nah, I'm just kidding. This is 1/100th of the size. And this is the size the submarine is going to be. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. This is going to be massive. Hopefully when we turn it on and use it, my game doesn't crash and lag. Second step is building a temporary dirt wall around this whole submarine outline and use some sponges to drain all the water out of this place. So we can build the submarine without, having to be underwater the whole time. Then once it's finished, we'll fill it back up, destroy the walls, and drive it. And while I'm spending hours draining all this water out, let me answer what all you guys are currently thinking. How in the world am I going to make this massive submarine work with just adding redstone stuff to it? Wouldn't that be like insanely complicated? Well, here's my hopefully good idea. Over 1 year ago on my channel, I actually made a video about building a working plane in Minecraft. And to make that happen, I hired the best Minecraft redstoner out there, Pingu, to help me. But there was still a possibility it wouldn't actually work. And I just sent him the exterior of the plane after it was built. Then he went in and added in all the redstone stuff to it, set back the blueprint so I can add it on. And luckily, yes, it did actually work, but it cost $500 to do. So let me just message him and see if the submarine will even be possible to do. Because not only is it a lot bigger than the plane, I have to be able to drive underwater. And instead of just being able to move forward, the submarine will need to move forwards and backwards. Okay. I can give it a try, but it will cost $1,500. Okay, honestly, just for the content and just because of your guys' support on the videos, honestly, yeah, it would be fine to spend $1,500 to build a working submarine in Minecraft. That might not even work since it's never been done before and we don't know yet still. Yeah, well, there's no going back, so... But hey, this is now serious. Now that we spent this much money on this video, I have to make the submarine the best it could be. And with the outline built and the water fully drained, to build the submarine the best, these are the 4 main steps. First is building the whole outside of the submarine, making it look absolutely amazing and detailed. Second, sending it over to Pingu to do his redstone magic, somehow finding a way to hopefully make it work. Or else, yeah, the money went down the drain. Third, we'll add all the redstone on with the blueprint Pingu sent back. And fourth, my favorite, is adding the interior, making the submarine have everything you would ever need. And then finally, at the end, we will test and drive the submarine. And of course, during that, I'm going to invite my friend Caleb over to see his reaction as well at the same time.
I broke it. Oh wait, is it breaking?
Start off with the exterior. Using these blackstone blocks I just mined, just replace the entire outline with them. And I think I'm going to split the submarine in 2 different colors. The entire top being yellow and the entire bottom being white. Believe it or not, that took 5 hours. But the sculpture and base shape of the submarine is built. And I know it looks a little bit weird right now, but trust me, it's going to look insane after we add these details. Starting off with the fins in the back. Instead of being the same color, I'm just going to make them fully black and like a little thicker with some slabs. Do that on the other 2. And also to make them more aerodynamic, I'll add like stairs to them. I don't know about you, but that looks a lot better. Second is this top thingy. I don't know what it's called. First, on the bottom layer, I want to replace these yellow blocks with white, similar how we did on the bottom of the submarine. It just makes it look cooler. Let's remove these black lines in the middle so we can add in some windows just like that. Maybe outline it with the black. Yeah. Oh shoot, why not add a window in the front, but this one like curves all the way around. Yeah. What am I doing? I'm getting way too excited. And lastly, add some pipes on the top. And guys, this right here isn't the front of the ship and where we will be driving it from. It just kind of looks like that because that has a window and this doesn't yet. So let's fix that and add some detail to the front now. At the front here, I want there to be like a giant window you can look out into the ocean while driving. So let's place down all the glass. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Let's make the window look cleaner by adding a black outline all around it. Other details for the front. It needs some headlights because the ocean is pretty dark. So let me just fly over to this ocean monument. Hopefully they don't care. And then grab these sea lanterns before I don't get mining fatigue. Oh my god, I just got mining fatigue. And bam, bam. Oh my... No! Get the heck out of here, bro. All right, there's 2 on the sides. Maybe honestly have some up here like that. Oh, yeah. Next, I'm going to detail this whole yellow body top part. Yeah, it looks really plain right now. So I'm going to craft up some bamboo wood, craft some stairs, some slabs. I'm just going to add it in areas where I think is needed. Bamboo wood looks kind of yellow, right? Actually, I do not know if this looks good or not. All right, screw the bamboo. I think I'm just gonna replace some of the yellow concrete with yellow terracotta, just so it adds, you know, some detail a little bit. Hopefully that makes it look a little bit better. I don't know. There we go. The top is more detailed. And for the bottom, we can just add slabs and stuff to it. Pretty straightforward. For the last few details added, I really like these black stone outlines the submarine has. But in some areas, I'm gonna make it a little bit thicker, so it's like easier to see them. Yeah, it looks so much beefier. So let's do that on all the needed places. We're gonna need a door to go inside, of course, you know. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. That's not where the door goes on a submarine, if you didn't know. The way to get in a submarine is at the top on this thing. I don't know what's called still, but let's just add the door right here. Perfect. Nice way to get down. I don't know how Pingu's gonna make this. We'll use a iron trapdoor to stick with the theme. And there you go. That's the way to get inside. The nice thing about this is that you don't have to go underwater to enter in the submarine because this area is above the water. And lastly, some windows on the sides. I'm not gonna add a lot, but just only a couple in this front area. And with that, step 1 is completed and the exterior of the submarine is built. It actually looks a lot better than I thought it would be. I'm not gonna lie. But it's time for step 2 to export the submarine into a file and send it over to Pingu. I do really hope this exterior works for him and it's not too detailed and too many blocks, because if you think about it, every single block on here has to be moved by pistons forth and back. We don't even have the interior yet. It's gonna require a lot of redstone and be insanely complicated. All right, I just sent it over to him, and in the message above he did say it will take about 2 weeks to make all the redstone, so it's gonna take a while. So while I waited, I just started to record a whole nother video about upgrading my friend Swag's house 500 times because yeah, I'm trying to fix my upload schedule. Oh, Pingu responded. Yo! This is the current process, like 50% done. Oh my. Look at all this redstone. Okay, for some reason I was thinking like it was not going to be this much. Okay, this message was actually a couple days ago. But now that I finished recording this video and seeing how much redstone there is, I'm actually going to swap the second and third step and start getting the redstone materials now before he sends it back, because look at all this. All right, after looking at this image for a while, there's like 5 different materials we'll need. The first one is observers, which I have 0. So to craft them all, let's grab some cobblestone at my automatic cobblestone maker machine. Just gotta wait for it to make it all, and this should be good. Some quartz, there we go, and redstone. Okay, I've been mining redstone for about 10 minutes now, and I got only this much, which might seem like a lot, but this can only make like 5 stacks of observers. Bro, we're gonna need way more. And to quickly make a way to get redstone faster, let's head to my villager breeder, grab a couple of them, and make them have cleric jobs. Since these guys literally trade 2 redstone for 1 emerald, which is a lot faster because I basically have unlimited emeralds. And I don't have to look for redstone in caves. Oh yeah, this is way faster. Just from 1 round of trading. All right, and this should be all the materials for the observers. Let's see how much it crafts us. Okay, about 14 stacks. I think that will be enough observers. I don't know. We're kind of just guessing here, but that's one of the materials. The second one is pistons, which you know because they're the ones that make the submarine move and push everything. To craft it, we're gonna need some iron, which we have plenty of, a ton of wood, and I'm gonna be using birch wood because it's the ugliest. I don't want to waste any other wood. And we already have the cobblestone, and to get the redstone, we'll just trade with the villagers again. All right, hopefully all these materials will make enough pistons as well. All right, this is a lot, but we don't know if it's enough. Bro, you got to realize this is going to be the biggest redstone project I ever built. And I'm starting to worry it might be too big and make my game have like 10 FPS or something whenever I use it. But with the 2 out of 5 materials done, the next ones are actually pretty simple to get. Like third is slime blocks, which luckily I have an automatic slime farm. But, you know, it'll take days to produce thousands that we need. And actually, in one of my most recent videos of building Minecraft's most hidden bases, I actually made a fake cactus base using map art. So if we just fly over to where I made it. Yep, this is how I made this map. And on it is literally all the slime blocks we probably need. So, you know, let me just give me some of it. Don't worry, it doesn't really ruin the maps because I already made them, but as long as I don't upgrade it. As you can see, now there's a blue spot here. Well, I'll be back after I get it all. This is definitely going to save a ton of time. Give me all these. All right, this should be enough. Hopefully. Before we leave here, let me actually pull out the map and update it and see what it looks like now. So it's like a normal cactus. Oh, okay, now. Oh, wow. It still kind of looks like a cactus. Yeah. Yeah. The fourth material is, of course, honey blocks. And for them, I just left my PC on overnight, AFKing the automatic honey farm I have. Look at all this. And the fifth and last material is the small random blocks I stole on the screenshot. He sent a couple more screenshots. And as you can see, there's like an iron trapdoor, terracotta, redstone block, another trapdoor. So let me just grab those. Yeah, I don't see any more materials. Why does your observers look like that? That's not normal. Oh, wait, a note block. We need a note block. Bam. Alrighty. We have all the materials that we saw on the screenshots that Pingu is using. And now I guess I just go back to waiting until Pingu's finished, and then we can start placing on the redstone. For step number 3. We're getting closer for the submarine to actually work. It's gonna blow my friend's Caleb's mind when we show him.
That's massive. What?
Just a couple days later, Pingu has finished the redstone. He sent the blueprint schematic file last night, so let's download it and see it inside of the game. And to make this work, I'm using a mod called Lightmatica, which allows you to see blueprints of builds you want to build. Instead of looking at your second monitor or something back and forth to see a specific block and where it goes. But I just press M to open up the menu, click load schematics. Oh, here it is. This is it right here. Guess here goes nothing. Oh, yo. Okay, it kind of looks like the submarine still. For some reason, there's white squares because I think he added water all around it. But yeah, the submarine kind of still looks similar. It still has the yellow blocks, but you can see some redstone parts. It looks pretty simple on the outside, but let's see what it looks like on the inside. If I just fly straight into it or something. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Bro, what is this? Look at all this redstone. Oh my gosh. Pingu, how do you even do this? I can't even build a 3x3 redstone door still. Well, do you guys think we have enough redstone materials to fill all this in? Yeah. Luckily, Lightmatica allows you to see the exact materials that schematic has. Okay, don't mind the 15,821 water buckets. It's just all the water on the sides. But if we scroll down, we got 2,072 sticky pistons, 1,664 slime blocks, 1,454 observers, which is 22 stacks. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14 stacks of observers. Okay, we're not that off. We just need 2 times the amount. Well, I guess it's time for a quick montage and grabbing all the materials we still need, which is probably going to take 5 hours to do. Alrighty, with all the materials now, all the observers, pistons, slime blocks, honey blocks, sticky pistons, and all the other random small things that were on the list. The next step is to actually put them on the submarine. So let me line up the blueprint exactly with the current submarine. There we go, it's perfectly lined up. But as you guys can probably see, adding everything on this blueprint is kind of super confusing, especially on the inside. Bro, it's gonna be so hard to track what blocks I placed and what I didn't. For example, we need a slime block right here, so I'm gonna place it, and oh, I don't think this will work. So let me just remove that schematic. And I actually asked and got Pingu to create a schematic for every single different block we need to place. So there's honey block, note blocks, observers, polished blackstone. So let me load the bamboo trapdoors first. We just fly up. Look at that. It only shows the bamboo trapdoors that we need to place down. So let's grab bamboo trapdoors, fly on over, and place them down. Boom, 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 boom. There's one right here, here, here. And some have water all around them, but I'm not gonna worry about it because we're gonna fill in the water last. So, but yeah, having blueprints for each material is gonna be so much easier. We just gotta make sure we don't forget any. And of course, I'm adding on the smaller blocks first before adding on the piston observers, slime blocks, honey blocks. The second block is yellow concrete, bam, bam, bam. Yellow glazed terracotta, white stained glass, tinted glass. It's funny how right now it seems like I'm placing just random blocks. Why do we need a tinted glass right here? How does that make the submarine work? But I just know it's all gonna come together one by one. Quartz slabs, quartz stairs, honey honeycomb blocks. Pingu, are you trolling me right now? Why does there have to be honey blocks right here? There's no way these actually do something, right? Should I just like not add them? Because like, who cares? Nah, we're adding them. We're adding them. Imagine we did it and like that's the sole reason why the submarine doesn't even work. And these I'm placing down are the other small non-redstone blocks. And then lastly, these blackstone blocks. There we go. All the redstone non-needed items are added. The submarine looks a little bit different, but not that much. There's just like trapdoors and honeycomb. But soon it's gonna look different. Moving on to the redstone components that will make the submarine work. I'm gonna be honest, it's still kind of crazy how all these materials right here will make this giant submarine work somehow. Let's load up first redstone component, which is slime blocks. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of slime blocks, and these slime blocks will hold all the blocks together on the submarine so the pistons can push them easily. And that's a very simple explanation of what they do. Like, it sounds easy to do, but it's complicated. All right, you guys are probably not going to believe this, but putting down all these slime blocks took 37 minutes and 36 seconds, apparently. Okay. Honestly, it's a good thing that I'm taking forever because I got to really make sure I don't miss any of them. Because if there's one single one missing, when we turn on the submarine later in this video, it'll literally break. Like right now, it looks all done, but look, I'm going to find a missing block. Oh, there you go. A missing block right here. Boom. Oh, another one right here. And another one right there. And luckily, this mod does allow you to see how many are still missing. Like 54 are still missing. Oh my god. Bro, how is there still 54 missing? Finally, it just took another 20 minutes to find the rest. But all the slime blocks are added. But we ran into our first big problem. When I was adding in all these slime blocks, I kind of had a realization. We still have like 6 more redstone blocks to be added to this whole area. And with just slime blocks added, it's already really cramped. There's not that much room to work with. After one by one of each block being added, there's going to be no room in here. Like, look at this. Look at all this redstone. And after each block, it's going to get harder and harder to add the others. How am I supposed to place this if I do one by one? And with that no space, I have to somehow angle the observers right with the pistons. So instead of adding one of the redstone blocks at a time, it's best if we combine them together and add in all the redstone layer by layer. And to do that, we just load up the whole schematic redstone, go into the settings, render layers, and put it on single layer. Oh yeah, you can switch the layers. And let's set it to be the lowest layer, which is this floor. Fill up our inventory with all the materials we'll need, and then just add it. Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be a lot easier. All right, first layer's done. Now the second layer has a lot more stuff. Sticky piston, slime blocks, sticky piston, honey blocks. Adding all these redstone blocks are still going to take a while to do. Like, look at this. I got to do it one by one, basically. But it's going to be a lot faster than what we were doing one by one. But really quickly, before we move on to the third, we have another problem. Yeah, so basically, once we're finished adding all this redstone to the submarine, even if everything goes well and perfectly, once we actually fill up this whole outside area with water again, to actually start driving the submarine later, the water will hit some of the observers, triggering the redstone, basically breaking the redstone while it's being filled up. And look at all these visible observers on the submarine. Bro, all of these will get triggered. And I don't really want to do this, but let's see what would happen if water is... Oh. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Yeah, it literally broke it. Well, luckily, I know how to fix this. Just remove all the visible observers and filling in the whole outside area with water again right now instead of later so we don't have to deal with the problem. Bam! There you go. Add back in the visible observers. And we can continue adding the rest of the redstone layers without worrying about that little tiny little problem. But with that out of the way, let's continue and now fill in the third layer. Bro, adding in all this redstone is so much harder and complicated than I thought. Submarine's gonna be worth it, though. The fourth layer. Also, I switched the blueprint color of the blocks to be red, so like it's easier to stand out and see where I'm missing any, because we cannot miss any or else yeah, the submarine will break. It's a whole new day, and now let's go layer number 5. Hey, we're finally getting to the point where we can see where each room will be on these quartz-like platforms. The 6th layer. Oh, did that break anything? Okay, I don't think that broke anything, but yeah, I gotta be very careful to not accidentally activate any of these observers or like place a block on them, because they'll literally break like almost everything and I would have to fix it. All right, now 7th layer. Now, oh my, oh, I was just gonna say we're at the 8th layer. Oh my God, bro. I gotta be more careful. It messed everything up. Okay, I fixed it. Luckily, there was not that much damage. But now the 8th layer. This redstone is literally taking up most of my brain power to do. Oh, look at this. I was just about to place a 6th